Hello, everybody. Happy Friday. Happy New Year. Welcome to January. How are ya? It's crime night. I turned on the red lights. Got the red lights on. Oh, I forgot the. Yep. Now we're on the air. I had the overheads off just because. Hope it's not washing me out. There we go. Hi. I'll get in a little closer. I am going to have my hands on most of the time. So now, if you are new here, welcome. I have so many new subscribers, and I'm very, very blessed to have you. Very happy to have you. I hope that you will stay and just know that tonight is the crime night. So there will be yarn, but there will be crime. Now, let me go and say hi to everybody. I did say hi to a whole bunch of people earlier. Joan is here. Hello, Diamond Girl Joan. Suzanne is hooked is here. Vicky is here. Hello, Vicky. Crochet Leanie, are you on the TV? Hello, hello. Work my way down. I think I saw Jennifer. Yes, she's a waving. And Scrimshaw, hello to you. So glad you are here. And I know Nisi came by earlier, but she is spending the night with her boys. Maribel. I have to say it that way. I hope that's okay. I don't know why. Sharon, good to see you. Happy New Year. And there's our tank. Tank, I did not do any adjustments to the video because I'm being lazy like that. I'm just being lazy. Yep. LJ's here. Whoop, whoop. What you working on? Lorna, thank you for coming. A Happy New Year. I'm so glad you're here. How are things going over there? Are you starting to get cool? There's Laura Knit for Brains. Laura, representing tonight. Representing. Cat Bird is here. Yay. Good to see you. Annie's here. Hello, Annie. How are you? I need to show you where I put Connie's pictures before I go farther down. I'll get caught up here in a moment. But Annie hangs out with art with Connie a lot. And I bought 2 of Connie's pictures, and I wanted to show y'all where I put them. Let's see. Oh. Let me find them. I did take pictures after I put them up. Here we go. The blue one I put over there. It's kind of bright, isn't it? There we go. I put it over there. That turned out really, it looks really nice over there. And then the red one is here. Red and pinks are here. Hang on, it'll cool down here just a sec. Give it a minute. Oh, maybe not. Oh. All right, I don't know. I don't know how to turn down the... All right, let's see if that works. Turn down the brightness. There we go. Anyway, that's where I put them, and I love them. I absolutely love them. I'm really hoping someday to be able to do that, because I would absolutely love to be able to. That's one of my goals in life. Okay, Let me see if I can get on. Oh, not, let's see. Not on the TV right now. She's on her phone, but she's going to be watching on the TV. That's how I do everything. Mary, Happy New Year, my friend. How are you? You have these same jammies? Dogs are my favorite people. Mona's here. Hey, Mona. Good to see you. Roll call. It's roll call. What are you all working on tonight? There's Lynn. Congratulations on your win over at Christie's. I saw that. That is awesome. Congratulations. I think it was Christie's. Hello, Debbie. Good evening. Jennifer's working on a scarf with sleeves and having mint tea. Wonderful. Sharon says it's cold in Belgium. Forecast for snow for the next few hours. Oh, wow. I saw Lina's Designs, Rita. She put a little video out of her snow. It's so pretty, though. I know it's a pain in the butt, but it is pretty. It really is. Yep. I worked it out. Okay. Let's see. LJ said, started knitting a baby blanket. Oh. Not enough yarn for the Tangled Poet shawl. Girl, you are whipping right through it then. You are whipping right through it. Oh, you started a virus shawl? I have one saved. Okay. Over here in the hallway is Back to the Future. So Back to the Future because these are things I'm going to make in the future that I set back there. Is all of these that I had rolled up. If you remember, this is the reclaimed yarn that Mr. Fiber took a sweater apart. This is going to be a virus shawl. So this is a Back to the Future project. Got the hook and everything in there. There are no projects anymore in the hallway which have already been started. Everything in there is in a bag, ready to go. Future projects, Back to the Future. Okay. Sharon's knitting on a jumper for her grandson. He is nearly 4 months. Oh my goodness. Yeah, these are the ones from Walmart. They're called Joy Spun, I believe. Aren't they? Not Joy Spun. Is that right? Man, they are so nice. Tank's working on a duster. You know, that's one of my other goals in life is to make a duster someday. You're welcome. Happy New Year, Shad. The necklace tonight is the cleaver because it's crime night. And then I got the body outlines for earrings. Happy New Year, my friend. Leanie's working on a hat, a shawl, and a blanket. You've never done cables. Actually, I really like doing cables. I really do. And I would, that's another thing I would like to do is to learn to do them better. But I really like doing them. Simple cables. I really enjoy that. And on a hat is my favorite way to do them. Yes, I hope everyone had a good new year. Absolutely. There's Sharon. Your bag is on the way. I know that everybody's pretty chatty tonight, aren't they? They're really very easy. If you follow the Fiber Spiders tutorials, super easy, very easy to understand. That's what I think. I think on a hat is a great way for cables. Hello, Kathy. Good to see you. Happy New Year. Scrimshaw says she is making granny squares in 2-weight yarn for a sweater for her daughter. Saw a simple pattern for a different granny square with a 5-weight, but used remnants originally made from a 4-weight. I'm tracking you on that, Scrimshaw. Yep. I tracked you all the way through that. I don't know how, but I did. The earth tones willow squares for the long cardigan. Oh, so almost like a duster, like the cardigan that you put in the group, I guess. Kathy's working on a scrap blanket. She does. She does have a very nice crochet cable blanket. And you know what else she has? She has some, I saw a couple of the earlier ones. Crystal from Bag O' Day has some slipper socks. And I've been thinking about doing those too this year. I hope. Hey, I made it to the bottom. Look at that. Oh, that's good. Well, that's good. So you won't lose any of it. You're all set. Hello, Margaret. Margaret's working on a blanket. I have a new project tonight. Are you guys ready for the new project? So we are getting back to knitting tonight. And thank you all for being here. And for those of you that are watching on and lurking, I see you and I really appreciate you being here too. Here is tonight's cup. You can see it is steaming hot. It says, I must confess. And then there's a blood splat down in the bottom and it says, I'm addicted to true crime. Well, I'm right here, Chuck. Oh, Shad, go, Shad, go. You can do it. You can do it. I haven't worked on my other ones. Okay, here are my yarns. Oh, I need to go get my notes. Hold on, because I wrote notes for this project. What you doing, Bubby? Serbs is on the bone. I got these new leggings from Amazon. They're so friggin' comfortable. I am so happy. I got a 5-pack. Oh. I love them. I love them. I love them. Okay. Let me find my little notes. All right. Because I have not started yet. The cast on for this project is going to be 96 stitches, you guys. A wavy, you mean like a so the round ones, not the V ones. Oh, there's a cable hat. And then here is, if you're looking for Crystal's link. I did slow those links down, so hopefully we won't get spammed. I know that Nightbot was putting them out really more quickly than I really wanted it to. That, was too much in the chat. Oh. So are those sets? Did you make sets, Vicki? It's so good to talk to y'all. So good. Hello, Joyce. Welcome. Get something out of there, he says. That's funny. Oh, that's funny. Oh, my chat stopped. Why did my chat stop? Yes, if you would like to drop your link, put the word teal. Hello, Ellen. Ellen, are you working on anything? I know you were having some trouble today. Maybe you'll get some ideas while you're here tonight. Hey, Lori. Okay, I'm on the earbuds. Shh, not too loud, y'all. I got something in my teeth. Kathy wants to learn Tunisian. I'm still only doing simple Tunisian projects. Hang on a second. Oh. Felt like I had something in my teeth. It's what pencils are good for, right? I have worked a little bit back here, and I've been working over there. I am so proud of myself for what I have gotten done so far with what Lori calls yarn management. So like a ripple, but wavy. Okay. I know you're having trouble. Okay, what now? Okay. Well, I did try doing straight carnivore, but it's just a little bit more difficult for me. So I am doing carnivore with more keto, I would say, more towards a keto diet. Yes, he does. He has some awesome ones. Hey, A.R. Wilson, how are you? See, this has been a day, hasn't it? Are you all the same way? It has been a day today of like, perfect, right? Was that perfect? So I'm right there with you. Let me bring in my hands and I will show you what we're talking about here. You got halfway through it? Yeah. Sometimes the yarn management helps spark my own creativity when I have no ideas going. Sometimes it does. Okay. So I'm going to use these 2 bags to keep everything in. This is a knitting project. I'm going to try not to shake that camera. I do apologize for that. And I do have autofocus on, so I'll try to go slow. This is my cable. I'm using the Addi because it's what I had that isn't on a project. These are 9 US 9 5.5 millimeter on a 24-inch cord. All right. This project is going to have color work. The color work will be made with this yarn. This is another Hobium. I know you can get it in other places, but it is the Gazal Gala. It is 48% merino, 25% nylon or polyamide, and 25% polyacrylic. Made in Turkey, but this is sparkle. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, you can. It has a sparkle. So that is going to be, this will be the color work part of it, would be this one. Okay. What else do we have? All right. I've got my Progress Keeper. This is from Laura, Knit for Brains. This is the bags I'm using. Then I have another, probably use that to mark the beginning of the round. Got to do some stuff for birthdays. Okay. All right, here is, there we go. I'm getting myself set up with you guys, okay? So there is that one. I won't need it tonight. I won't need it tonight. Okay, and then in this bag, what have I got? Okay. This is the one that Laura sewed up for me. And I think a couple of you also got one of these. And here is the other yarn that I'm using. I'm going to use my cherished Joanne KC yarn. Hey, Arity, come on in. Yes, it was a bloody knife, the same as my earrings and my necklace. So I have this in two colors. This is the Superwash Wool Luxe, 100% superwash, 215 yards. This is pomegranate. This will be this is going to be a cowl. Hi, Mimi, you made it. Happy New Year. I hope you're doing good today. I haven't talked to you much. I've been busy doing stuff around my room. Been playing in my room. This is going to be the body of my cowl. And then the white will be the color work. And then this one is called, oh, that's not right. This one is Bordeaux. And this one is pomegranate. This is going to be for the it's not the brim. What's it called? Now I can't think of it. Oh, you're feeling better? Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Hello, Terry. Welcome in. I cannot think of it. The ribbing. Oh, the ribbing. The ribbing is going to be this one. Okay. Now, if you want to make this cowl, I'm going to walk you through what I'm doing, okay? All right, looks like this is coming off the outside. So I'm going to try to wind it back. No, that is not going to work, is it? Let us just push that over there for a minute. Now, the way that I do this when I am casting on, I leave myself a tail about 5 or 6 inches long, and then I wrap. So I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, not tightly, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Now I'm going to hold on to that and slide that off of the needle. And this right here is enough for 20 stitches. Now I'm going to fold it. Hello, Patty. Hello, Bridget. I'm going to hold it right there, and I'm going to fold it on itself. And when I get to that tail end, I'm going to pinch it right here. That's 40. Now we're going to fold it again. We're going to fold it over onto itself and run it until we get down here to this tail again. And that right there is 80. And now I'm going to run it a little bit more, and it should be enough. And then I'll make my hoop. Now, I'm going to put my hoop on, and I'm going to do the long tail cast on. Yeah, I have not mastered that one, Suzanne. It is nice. The one with the crochet hook is very nice. This is the one I'm accustomed to doing that I've done for so long. And that is the long tail cast on. So, and I do have a video for this on my channel. It's kind of like Jacob's ladder to me. Tonight, I thought we would talk about trials that are coming up. How many of you watch Brian Anton? Oh, you're doing Alakazam? I have all of the yarn picked out for those, Bridget. I have them set aside, the ones that Oliver chose for Meowth and several of them, and I have the book and everything set aside. I'm going to start working on those soon. Maybe I can have them done by his birthday in September. It has always worked out really well for me. Oh yeah, there's lots of ways, but this is the one that I've done forever. It's the one I'm used to. I also like to knit it. So if I get to the end and I don't have enough yarn for my tail, I will knit the last few onto there. Hey, Denny. Denny says she's still not, the long tail and her are still trying to get it together. Well, I do have a video here somewhere showing how I do it. I think that it is on with the dishcloth. I believe it's on the dishcloth video. I don't think I have a separate one. That's what I was thinking too, Sharon. Uh-oh, hold on. I'm going to put you on mute because Dad's calling y'all. One moment, please. Thank you, everyone, for understanding. Dad was just, we're going to Oklahoma tomorrow, and he was just checking to see if I was still coming with him. Hugs to you, Scrimshaw. Everybody who needs hugs, hugs to you. Sharon. Oh. Is that the Hat Dana? Are you doing a Hat Dana? Yep, it was Dad. Oh, how big? Okay, because that one, you don't run out. I'm guessing that y'all use that one because you don't run out. Okay. And you knit yours on. I think it's because it's just what I learned. I think I just learned it, and that's what I go with. Hello, Melissa. She's back to doing videos. Y'all go check her out, please. Put teal in the chat, Melissa, so everybody can grab your channel. Okay, again, I am going to cast on 96 stitches, and that's because what I am making is going to have a 6-stitch repeat, and there will be 3 rows of the color work. So I will do a row of the color work, do a little bit more of the main color, a row of color work, and the main color. So 3 rows, and I will be revealing more of it as we go along. Not going to tell you the whole thing today. We're just casting on today. Here in a minute, I will stop and count. So Brian Anton was talking about cases coming up this year, and I really enjoyed his video that he did where he was talking about the things he is watching. And then right before I came on, I don't know if you all saw that, but Tommy Lee Jones' daughter was found dead in a hotel. Did anyone see that? All right, where is that at? I had that pulled up. Dang it. Nope. Now I can't find the article. All right. Might have been because it was on. You did see that. They're thinking it may have been a suicide. Evidently, there has been a lot of crime stuff being reported on TMZ. Now, that's not something I don't usually just go to TMZ to look at everything. Okay, there is an exclusive on TMZ. Tommy Lee Jones' daughter, Victoria, had multiple run-ins with the law, which allegedly involved drugs. She even admitted to police that she had used cocaine. A Napa County spokesperson told TMZ that police were called to a residence in April of 2025. They claimed to have found Victoria with white residue and dried blood coming from her nose. Yeah, I that's another thing about them. I'm just kind of over the whole law and crime thing. I really am. And I hate it for Jesse Weber. I really do, because I really like him. So that was back in April. She did resist arrest and refused to go quietly, was handcuffed. She struggled. She was put in the back of the car. She was under the influence of a controlled substance and possession of a controlled substance, resisting an obstruction, delaying police. 2 months later, in June, she was arrested again. So this has been going on for a while. She was found dead inside the Fairmount of San Francisco on Thursday morning. And right now, from the dispatch audio, they were treating it as an overdose. So that's very sad. She looked like a really pretty girl. I don't remember hearing too much about her over the years. I don't remember much. All right, let me do some counting. Y'all hang on. Talk amongst yourselves. But 60, 70, 80. I may have got too many already. I do. All right, there is my 96. Let me find the tail. So much going on right now, celebrity-wise. So much. So many of the young celebrities, so many of the young celebrity children, like, I mean, they're adults, but they're the kids of, there's just so much of it right now. It's just everywhere. And it's just, nobody is immune, for one thing. Yeah, this is the KC yarn, Melissa. It's the KC yarn. I really loved this yarn, but haven't seen anybody else come out with it yet. The Superwash Luxe. But you know, I was doing things over there. Okay, I am going to reveal to you what sparked this. Frozen, how are you, Angela? So good to see you. Happy New Year. It does seem to be the whole world to see. There seems to be such a temperature right now, and we really need to cool things down, don't we? Okay, here's my idea. Let me get you a picture. I want us to pick another for next week. I want us to pick another episode of 48 hours. So is there an episode of 48 hours that you guys would like for us to talk about? Yeah, meditate. Yeah, there needs to be a bunch of that meditating going on. All right. So the new 48 hours, the new one, the picture is this. With the white. And this is going to be my 48 hours cowl. Yes. Okay. So I will be revealing more of it, but that is why I chose this color and this color from my wall. All right. 96 stitches, a 2x2 rib, and I like at least 2 inches of a rib for something like a cowl, like an inch, inch and a half, almost 2 inches for a rib. And then I will be giving you the stitch pattern when we start that. So yes, it's on it. You don't, the reason we're doing these is because it's on YouTube now. So it's easy for people to find and watch. But is there an episode that you guys, I noticed there was one, I'd have to go back to the TV. Maybe we can do it next week, but I really wanted us to pick one for next week. I'm not sure how many rows. I would guess 20 or so. Oh. The last one we did was the Crystal Krug episode. The Demon Stepmother. I don't see that one. The one I was wanting to watch next was Catch Her If You Can. Probably 20 rows of rib. I'll let you know. I don't know that I will get that many done tonight, so. I think I watched Everything to Lose already. I hope you can do it, Lori. Is this something I'm doing? If you guys want to, a lot of people are wanting to learn how to knit. So I thought that we could do something together. And I will be posting what I'm doing if you want to do it. It's not really a knit along. Okay. It's not really a knit along because there's not going to be any prizes. It's just something I came up with as an idea for us to do together. If you guys, which I guess is a knit along, but not with prizes. I give a lot of prizes. Y'all, whew. I put a lot of stuff out for Christmas, let me tell you. And I'm not done yet. Oh, the Han family, I watched that one. That would be a good one to do. No, the whole thing is not ribbed. It's going to be a rib, and then it's going to be the body of it with color work in it. Hey, Lori. She's counting. Okay. Lori's counting, y'all. Shh. Yes. Okay, good. I'm so glad we agree on that. Now I'm going to count this one more time to make sure I have the right amount of stitches, okay? It's 30. 40. 50. 60. 80. 96. Okay, I did do it right. It is a 4-weight yarn. Yes, it is. It's a 4-weight yarn. And you cast on in any way that you want to. I did the long tail cast on. You cast on 96 stitches. And then we're going to do a 2x2 rib. All right, now I'm going to join. So I'm going to, so there's my tail and my working yarn. Oh, you can't see it. Sorry. Hold on. There we go. My tail and my working yarn up here. Getting my stitches turned the right way. My house smells so good right now. Got a pork roast in the crock pot. Okay. Everything is turned the correct direction. And the way I join, I learned this from Ross. I go in as if I'm going to knit it. And I take that off onto my right hand needle. Then I take this stitch from over here that's at the end of those, and I push it over the top onto the other needle, but don't pull it off. Split them like that, and then put your stitch marker on. And now I'm going to knit. Stab it. Strangle it. Throw it off the cliff. Hello, Roseanne. So your stitch count is 6. Annie, the stitch count is in 6s. If you want to add stitches, add it by 6. So knit 2. Now the yarn goes in between the needles, and I'm a thrower. The yarn, you go in from this side through to this side. We wrap it around this front needle. Then we push that down. And now that one is over onto this side. Actually, I don't. And I'm really hoping that I have enough because I don't have any more of this yarn. So I'd say 500. Then I may have to do a little bit of this in between. These have 215 each. That's 430 plus the white for the color work, probably another 50. So I'd say about 450 yards. But I may wind up using this also. I planned on using just that for the rib and then using this for the body of it. But I may have to use this in between, like maybe as a stripe in between. Because this one is not going to show the color work as easily, the white as easily, because of being multicolored. But that way I will have enough yarn. Hope that helps. I hope I'm answering questions. Oh, I forgot to use that one. That's the one I was going to use. I think I'm going to use this once I get some rows going. Yeah, perfect description for Crime Night. I don't know how they describe the pearl. I don't ever remember the description on that one. All right, where am I at? So, trials that are coming up this year. We've got the sheriff who shot the judge. That's coming up. We've got the Kirk shooting. There was some news on that. It's possible the prosecutors may be in trouble on that one because, did you guys hear about that? Am I going too fast? So for the purl stitch, trying to get it where it's focused, coming from this side, going in, and your needle sitting on top of the other needle on the front here. Then you're going to wrap that yarn around in between those needles to the front. And then you push that needle down. There's your stitch back there. And then you're going to pull that off, and it causes a wrap here, which makes a purl stitch. The knit stitch, you come in from the other side of the yarn, push it to the back, and you wrap the yarn around it back there. And that yarn, you bring it up and off. Around the back. That way. The first row is always a little bit tough. Squishing everything around, no matter what needles or size yarn, it doesn't really matter. It just takes a little bit of getting used to it. Everything is wallering around on you. So evidently, from what I was reading, those that were at the event where Kirk was shot, there is a law now. I don't know if that was a national law. Don't quote me on any of this. I'm no lawyer, but there's something about a law about those who are within 85 feet of where it occurred are victims. Now, this is a problem for the prosecution because some of the prosecution's family were at the event and were within 85 feet of the event when it happened, which means the prosecution's family are victims. They're considered victims. Now, I'm wondering if this is going to be up to the judge in this case. That's what I don't know. But the prosecution technically cannot, it's a what do they call that? Brain fog is bad. Conflict of interest, that they have family who are victims in the case. I have done that before, Terry. I just always forget. I always get lazy. I get lazy. I should do it. Cast on with a larger needle. I get lazy. I'm quite a lazy knitter anyway. I don't do swatches like I should and a whole lot of things. Yeah, conflict of interest is what I'm thinking. So I don't know. We're going to have to wait and see what happens on that. But if you have not seen Brian Enton's interview with a woman who had been a inmate in the jail and spoke about what was going on there, in Kentucky with the judge. Mm-mm-mm. She's very convincing, and you know she's probably going to be called in the trial. And I think that gives motive, to be honest. I don't think it had anything to do with the fact that that sheriff was going to be called in on some sort of something. I think that he was pissed off at what was going on, and he said, I'm taking care of it. Because the guy at the top, who is the judge, is the one who is making all this happen. Hey, Tamara. That's really what I think. And I think his paranoia when he was in jail was that he was law enforcement who took out law enforcement. And his paranoia was because he thought they would take him out because he did that. He truly was in a spot where he felt, and I'm not sticking up for him by any way, but I think that he felt like he was in a spot to do what he did, and that it wasn't going to stop unless he did. Now, was he justified? No. No. That's not the way you handle shit. He should have taken him out behind the barn and beat the crap out of him. That might have worked. But, you know, now he's going to spend the rest of his life in jail looking over his shoulder. I mean, he definitely did it. It's on video. Fingerless gloves, fun. Those are on my list to do again this year, too. Because I want to use some of my hand-dyed yarns. I did not use very much except for that wrap that I made. It's just how it's looking. Of course, you know, looking at things from the media, news, articles, the video, all of those things that have come out. Looking at it from that perspective is what we have. We don't have anything else yet. We don't. We have to wait. That's what the trials are for. And then we will have a better idea of what's going on. And we still won't know completely because unless you're a juror, you don't know all the evidence. And you're not there to hear absolutely everything the way a juror is. So even if we watch trials, we still miss things because it's just not there for us. They get to see evidence that we don't get to see too. Oh, the C2C gloves. Oh, cool. I know, and it's looking so pretty on my wall too. But I want to use it. At least a percentage of it, like a bigger percentage of it than what I did this last year. So the Charlie Kirk murder, that's coming up. The sheriff who shot the judge, that's coming up. As you know, I am waiting to see if the Pike County murders, if we get to finish that one this year or not. Supposedly that's coming up. Brian also was talking about the Anna from on the cruise ship. He said that everybody's pointing the finger at the stepbrother. And then, of course, I would imagine there's going to be some hearings for the Reiner kid. the Reiner murders. And the latest on that one, whew, they're trying to make it out like that kid, speaking of the celebrity stuff, they're trying to make it out like that kid uh, was temporarily insane. Oh, good, good, Stephanie. I'm so glad you used some of it. Doesn't it feel good to use it? Y'all, this yarn is so soft. What's a kid's name? Jake? Jake Reiner? Is that right? That he, well, the thing is, he was on drugs. Well, as far as I know, that is not a defense. They're trying to say that he's schizophrenic. Yeah, I don't know. I think it was the drugs, to be honest. Nick. Was his name Nick? I thought it was Jake. Nick Reiner. Yeah. So I imagine there's going to be some hearings. I don't know if he'll go to trial. I don't think they've set a trial date. Anybody see that anywhere that they set a trial date? I haven't seen one. Kathy, she knows what a swatch is. She just doesn't do it either. She just frogs an entire project at a time. That's her swatch. She knows what it is. Oh God. She knows I'm kidding around with her too. Okay, first row done. Now I need to get a row counter, you guys. Hold on. I have not put one of those in my project bag. I have my goodie bag from Russ with all that stuff in it. Oh, no. I didn't. That wasn't meant to embarrass you, Kathy. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to embarrass you. I'm sorry. So there's a hearing for Nick set for January 7th. That's a hearing, though, right, Leanie? We have no trial yet. So I put all the stuff that I got from Russ in this thing. An arraignment. Okay, so he hasn't even been arraigned yet. But I'm going to get this little counter out. All right, so I've got one row done. Yeah, my swatches don't come out ever. I don't ever get gauge. So I just kind of quit trying. That's my problem. I am too easily discouraged by swatches. And I'm not going to be giving you a gauge on this one either, by the way. Once we get several rows in, I can get a ruler out, and if you guys want me to, I can give you a rough gauge. But right now, I don't really have one. I would just say that, let me look at the, which, because that's really what gauge swatches are for. They're to check your gauge. This says a US 10 needle. So I am using a smaller needle than what it says. And by the way, this is not a worsted weight. I lied. Hello, I lied. This is not worsted. Says it's a 2, but I would not call this a 2. There's no way this is a 2. This is going to be what I call a 3-4, okay? This is going to be like a light worsted. So if you go with a DK or a light worsted, you'll be fine. I'm sorry if you already pulled it and started. You can do it on worsted though. You can do this on worsted. Mine is not worsted, but I will hold to everything I said because that will work. It'll all work. All of that stuff before will work, okay? 500 yards of a worsted will work. You'll have plenty. $24 out of $40, that's good. That's a lot. Oh, and Stephanie, I did watch your video, girl. You kept me company while I was winding yarn today. I was winding yarn and you kept me company while you were winding yarn. I know you feel good after getting all that stuff reclaimed. That's always the fun at the end of the year. You're like, and y'all don't get upset with yourselves and don't set lofty goals, please. Please don't. Temporary goals are enough. If you have some ideas, jot them down on a piece of paper. Don't push yourselves too hard. Since I started getting my whips down to around 10, I have felt a whole lot better about what I was doing. Okay, she's going to be winding yarn while we talk. I had not planned to be on for a really long time tonight, just so y'all know. I had not planned on that. Hand sewed furry fabric together for your daughter's costume for her tail. Oh my goodness. That's exciting, Sharon. I made one costume. I know y'all are going to believe this, but I sewed a costume for Chelsea one year. I don't remember. Oh, for Carrie Ann, I sewed triangles. I cut her jeans and sewed triangles in like you did, Bridget, and I sewed it into the bottom of her jeans because her jeans were too short. No, they weren't right because she was so scrawny that the legs were all wrong on her jeans. And so it was really hard to get jeans that fit her. Yes, so too short. So I did that for her jeans. And then for Chelsea, I did a costume and it was a not farm girl, but like pilgrim kind of thing. And it had a bodice and everything. And actually, it fit her. I was so shocked when I got done that it actually fit her. Anything I ever made for myself, I took sewing in high school, and I finished everything that I started and got a grade on everything that I made, and none of it fit me. Yeah, it's just don't be hard on yourself is what I'm saying. If you have ideas, write them down and then just pick from the ideas. Just just pick from the ideas a little bit. It's all good. You'll get some of them done. Hello, Grandma Cindy. Welcome in. What other trials can you all think of that are coming up this year? I'm hoping for Hewerman. I would really like. Oh, did you guys see that? There was a new suspect in the Long Island serial killer murders. Did anyone see that? I meant to talk about that and I forgot. I imagine that fur is really hard to do on a sewing machine. Oh, yes, we have lots of lefties here. We lefties are sticking together around here. Lefty, crochet, knit, paper crafts, diamond painting, and other things that I want to do and haven't done. And true crime, coffee. Did I mention coffee? Lots of coffee here. Sarah Grace. Sarah Grace. What is Sarah Grace? I don't know that one. Remind me, Sharon. And I kind of knit right handed, to be honest. For a two weight yarn, this is looking like a worsted, isn't it? Look at that. It's looking worsted to me. They're calling this a two weight. I think it's mislabeled. I think it's a light worsted. That's what I'm going with. It's my story. I'm sticking to it. Aaron Spencer in Arkansas should get a medal and not a trial. Aaron Spencer in Arkansas, the sheriff. See, that's what I'm talking about. Yes. Sarah Grace Patrick, 17 years old, accused of killing a mom and stepdad. Is that guy's name, Aaron Spencer? Larry Millett's wife. Okay. Y'all are talking about cases here. Also, I'm a thrower. Time to stand. Time to stand up, y'all. Okay. I'm going to go get my medicines real quick. Okay. So we're going to have a slight intermission. Y'all hang in there. I'm going to go get my medicines, put them in my container because I forgot. That's true, Grandma. That is true, Cindy. I taught myself, my mom taught me to crochet, but I taught myself from books, and it was hard because I'm a dyslexic also. All right, be right back. It is almost time for green toy. Cerberus is primed. He's ready. Good night, Vicki. Take care. Huh. Made by a left-handed knitter. Thank you, Joyce. She says she's hanging in. She is hanging in. Oops. Did I do that right? Yep. One more. Oh. So here is the deal. Maybe I did talk about this. The case that I am talking about, Long Island serial killer accused killer is Rex Heuermann. He has been charged with 7 murders there on Long Island. And one of the cases that they were looking at for him, they now have a suspect that is not him. And that is the one of Peaches. And it turns out that Peaches was military, had a daughter, and the little girl whose body was found, that was her and her daughter. And the one that they have arrested for her murder and the murder of her daughter is the little girl's father. The father of the little girl is now accused of killing Peaches and her daughter. That one has always been a little bit odd, has not really set well in the mix with the rest of the murders that Heuermann is accused of. Yeah, Peaches and Baby Doe. Yep. I have been convinced for a while now that Heuermann did all of them, all 11 bodies that were found, but it seems that the reason that those bodies were where they were could possibly have been at a different time than when Heuermann was operating. I still think he is responsible for the others, though. It's just they don't have enough. Yeah, that is freaky. And you know what? I go back to the podcast, the Lisk podcast, where there was a guy who was a investigator of sorts, journalistic investigator. He had a foreign accent like German or Swedish or something like that, and I don't remember his name. Some of you may know. And he posted on the Web Sleuths. You may know this, Shad. You've heard this on her podcast, I'm sure. And he was interviewed by the people who did the Lisk podcast. He always said there was more than one responsible for the bodies on Long Island, on that beach. Oh, is it Noble Knits? I've heard of Noble Knits. Yes, this is a roving. I've heard of Noble Knits. I don't know that I am subscribed to Noble Knits, but I've heard of it. Let me see here. If I click on that, is it going to take me somewhere else? No, it's just going to show. You do remember. Do you remember his name? I don't remember his name. But I listened to the Lisk. I need to probably listen to it again. Go back to the beginning and listen again, because if the trial's coming up, it would be interesting. They did a lot of work. A lot of work. And they interviewed investigators. They interviewed all kinds of people. It is looking good. It's very shiny. It's looking so pretty. It feels really good in the hand. This is very light. It's a very light yarn. We're just about able to tick off another row. Now, when I move my marker, I don't know if y'all saw that. When I move my marker, since I'm on a purl row right here, a purl stitch, I tuck the yarn back behind and then move my marker, and then I'm ready to knit. And I kind of give it a little tug and knit the next one. Just kind of secures that stitch marker in there. I think 20 rows is going to be about right, don't you guys? Okay. This is going to be the 48 hours cowl. Cast on 96 stitches. It's a 6 stitch repeat. So if you need more than 96 to go around for you to be comfortable, you can do it by 6 stitches every time to add another 6. For the pattern, our pattern is going to be 3 rows with 16 of the pattern. And if you do your math, 3 times 16 is 48. We're going to do 20 rows of ribbing. And that's knit 2, purl 2. There's one called Bill Souza Yarn Crafts for Lefties also. I know, Shad. There are some days, huh? Oh, I did not write it down, did I? I am working with a light worsted. .24-inch cord, and what is a 9? 5.5. A 5.5 millimeter number 9 needle. That's for anybody who wants to screenshot. Try and make it where it is. Okay. Whew. Now, the podcast I'm talking about, let me find it for you. It is on, I listen to it on Spotify. Let's see if I can find it. Maybe that's not the name of it. Okay, the podcast is called Unraveled. And they started back in 2021. The first episode is called David and Goliath. Here it is here. The first episode of Lisk is David and Goliath, and it is Unraveled. Unraveled. What you doing, bud? Okay, so what are you doing? We need to pick something for, what you got? Coming up? Okay, he's coming up. Serbs is here. He's got his green toy and he's coming up here to work on it. I am going to pick Everything to Lose. Hang on. Oh, medicine. What? This one is from August of 2013. What? Do you need help? And it's called Everything to Lose from 48 Hours. No, it's not. Isn't that funny? It's not about yarn. What you got? Let me see. Let me see. Do you need help? Oh, Dad gave you another one to work on, didn't he? He doesn't know you come straight in here for help. I'm trying, bud. Just a minute. Almost. There you go. He's got it now. Yes. Everything to Lose. Is that the yes, Everything to Lose from 48 Hours is our next episode to watch. Let me type it in here. There it is. Hello, Sherry. Happy New Year to you. How are you? Yes, some people are right-handed knitters, but are left-handed. Also, the book that I have been reading, I'm almost finished with it, but it has been quite confusing. The book that I am reading, and I would like to give a copy of it away. Let me go get it and I will show you. And then I need to take my medicine. Is it good? Okay. He laid right in the hallway. Okay, this is the book that I'm reading. I'm listening. I'm listening through Libby. This is the book. And I will give this away. Not tonight. Leave a comment after. I'll pick from the comments if you want. If you want the book. Yeah, that's what I think you have to do, Grandma Cindy. You have to do what's natural. I would like to teach myself how to do continental, but it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. So, yes, after this post, leave a comment. I'll pick a winner. But that book is confusing me. I'm still not quite sure what's going on. He has me stumped right now. I am at the point where they're talking to the police. So there has been an episode at the house between him and the bad guy. And they are sitting at the table and talking to the police. That's the point where I am at. So, has anybody read this one? It is, oh, there's no, looking for a synopsis of the book, and I don't have one. There's not one. There's a book that doesn't have a synopsis in it. So, yeah. And it doesn't have it on the back. Okay. Nobody's read it? Okay, well, if you want to, it's on Libby. Okay? So if you want to read the book, it is on Libby. But if you would like me to send you the book, leave a comment once this video is posted, and I will pick somebody from the comments. But here's a kind of a synopsis on this. This is a guy who writes, his name is Marty, and he writes crime stories, kind of out there kind of crime stories. And a guy shows up, let's put it that way. He shows up and he looks just like him. And he decides that he wants to take him out and take over his life. And this guy is a killer. And he's a hired killer. And he's being tracked by whoever it is that hired him to be a killer. And he also kills because he wants to. And it's very interesting the way Dean Koontz describes his mindset in this book also. It is, Suzanne. You have to, you got to do, there's a whole stint in there. I had to go back and re-listen to it again. I had to go back and do it again. But if you go back to like the second or third chapter and listen again, you'll get it. It just takes, oh, it's also on Kindle. That's good. Yeah, so it's on Amazon Kindle, or you can get it on Libby through the library. I encourage you to listen again, because I was like, what in the hell? So this guy he travels, and he also heals easily. He's got like a super thing that he does. He heals like super easy. He has a really high metabolism. So he's like, I mean, I don't know yet. I know that, Dean Koontz did one about a dog, and I love that one. It's called Watchers. And that dog has superpowers and could talk and all kinds of stuff. That he was a dog from experimentation. And I'm like, what is this, like the human version of that? I don't know. I don't know yet. I'm about halfway now. And I may sit down tonight when I get through with y'all and work on this cowl and get a good bit of it ready for the next week, and finish that book. But this is a side read. This is a side read. Tonight we're really just talking about whatever. Talking about cases that are coming up for this next year. Also, I did look up to see what has happened with Jonah. Has anybody checked on that lately? Because I did. I checked on the Jonah situation. Well, I've got to take my medicine first, though. Let me take my medicine, and then I will tell you what I found out. Well, and you don't have to read it with me, but I'm gonna go ahead and finish it, and then I will talk some more about it next week. Okay. Lately, I take everything with coffee, warm coffee, because they'll go down otherwise. Let me find the article that I found. He pled guilty. No, he pled not guilty. He pled no contest. Here we go. This is no. Let's go back from the Herald. This is from the Herald. And then I will give you my thoughts on this. I realize he was a minor when this happened. Okay, he is no longer. La Crosse, Wisconsin crochet prodigy Jonah Larson pled no contest on Thursday to a charge of sexually assaulting a minor under the age of 16. Good night, Chuck. For the plea agreement, Larson will be required to adhere to a diversion contract for 2 years. The diversion contract requires Larson to complete routine mental health assessments, establish a treatment group plan, have no contact with the victim, learn about healthy relationship boundaries, and not participate in any criminal behavior. He was arrested in July for assaulting a minor at the Rhymes House, which is a 24-hour shelter for runaway and homeless youth. In the criminal complaint, the victim claimed that he entered her room and groped her without her consent. If he completes the diversion contract without any issue, both the sexual assault felony charge and a separate criminal trespassing misdemeanor will be dismissed. His attorney disputes the facts in the criminal complaint, despite his accepting the plea. For the purposes of accepting the plea, we will agree that there is a basis. So there's a basis for the complaint, but we disagree that the basis that we disagree on the basis that is in the complaint. In other words, they're saying there was a basis for something to have happened, but it didn't happen the way she says it did. That's what they're really saying. That's what I am getting out of this. If he doesn't do everything that he says he will do in this plea, he could face maximum penalty for sexual assault felony. So that's where I had wondered how, if anything had happened, because I knew there was a hearing not long ago. Well, yes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, that's what they're trying to say. They're trying to say it was teenage hormones. But if you think he doesn't know better, you're wrong. He knows better. And I don't know about the whole leading him on thing, because honestly, if you know better, you don't do it. Girls should know not to do things until they're of age, and boys should know the kind of trouble they can get in if they do. I mean, if you know better, you just don't do it. And if you do, it's what happens. That's the law. If you break the law, you pay. You ruin your entire life. Yes. And if she, yes, yes. And if she said no, that is the question, right? I mean, that is the question. If she said no or was not able to, you have to also think if she was able to say no. There's an awful lot of using our influence going around these days. No, it's not. I mean, especially they used to get married at 14. A lot of people, some of you here may have gotten married when you were not even 16 years old. The difference is the ages of the people involved. She was 16 and he was 17. He was 17 at the time, Mimi. So, yes, being the older person, being the, what was he doing there? Yeah, that's another question. What was he doing there? It's exactly what I wanted to know too when I saw that. Because previously, when I heard it, it was that he was at this event giving a speech, right? Isn't that what we saw in the news? He was giving a speech, and next thing you know, some girl says that he pushed her against a wall and groped her. That's the that's I read that newspaper article to you guys. That is what we had heard. This in this complaint, that is not. Now, I think he was giving a, well, he did, well, okay. The speech he was giving was for his high school, maybe. So this is a different incident. See, originally there was a charge of kidnapping. They must have dropped the kidnapping charge. Yeah, I don't think he was teaching crochet. Somehow I don't think that there was any, yeah, I don't think so. Anyway, as a victim myself, I can tell you it doesn't matter what the ages are. I was a victim. I was little, a little girl, and this was somebody who was older but was not an adult. It does not matter the ages. But someone who is 17 years old and nearly an adult should know better. She was 12? I don't remember seeing that she was 12. You know, he did, I would say that he grew up a little bit sheltered, though. Wouldn't you guys? Oh, okay. A minor under the age of 16. She was 12 years old? Shit. I am doubtful that she looked older. Not at 12. A lot of girls look older at 16, 17. They look a lot older, but at 12, no. I don't think so. Okay. Man, that must have been in the complaint. The age of the girl, no, we don't know who it is, which was fine. We don't need to know who it is. Nobody needs to know that. It's bad enough now for her. But in the complaint, it must have said, y'all, I, the guy that did that to me, he worked at the grocery store, and I didn't never, I for a long time I didn't want to go to the grocery store. I would go with my mom to the grocery store, and I would hide in the floorboard in the car. I would stay in the car and hide in the floorboard. I didn't want to go inside. I didn't want to go. It's not easy. It's just not easy. There are some things that, stick with you too, and you don't really know why. Sometimes you don't know why you do things, and you don't realize that there are residual effects to that stuff. Take care, Joyce. I'm fixing to go here, and yeah, I think that is my time to go. Oh my goodness, though. Wait a minute. They were both staying there. There is more to this story, isn't there? And he jumped bail. Can you send me that article through Messenger? I'd like to read it later. Yes, consent and safety. That's the way to say that. Thank you very much, Lori. And thank you. Yep. There are lots of us here that are survivors. I mean, that's just one time. There are probably 8 to 10 times for me. Yeah. Unbelievable. Thank you, Tank. I would appreciate that. Okay, you guys, we can talk about it some more. I can maybe read through the article and we can talk about it some more. So, I hope I gave you a lot to listen to while you are crocheting. Is there anyone? Oh, Russ is live. Let's go to Russ's. Can we put Russ's can we put his Thank you, Marbell. Thank you. And it does affect me in ways, and I forget sometimes. I really do sometimes forget and realize, it's probably shit from my past. Okay. We meet every Friday. I try to be on every Friday, Cindy, but I also take care of my dad. So There are times, and I have chronic illness and stuff, so there are times when I'm not on, but it's usually on Friday evening. And the more recent times has been somewhere between 6 and 6:30 on Friday night Central Time. Okay, love y'all. Let's go raid Russ's at It's Raining Yarn. Have a great night, everyone. Hugs to you. Thank you for coming tonight. Bye, y'all.